Well, good morning, PSC 1025, and welcome to week 5. So if we take a look at our syllabus, this week we're going to focus our attention on the executive branch in state government. So in this particular case, we're going to be focusing on um, the governor's branch. And so out of chapter 8, we're going to dive into understanding um, the way to which the executive branch at the state level are overwhelmingly modeled on the executive branch at the federal level. And in so doing, we will notice that historically, governors didn't have a lot of power. But as the 19th and 20th century has progressed, there has been significant effort at state levels to expand the power of a governor. This includes anything from budget to the veto, etc. And so we need to understand that as we move through the late 20th century into the 21st century, right, this expanded power of governors has created a situation where the current climate of political polarization, which is now our norm, means that many states find themselves divided between one party controlling the executive and the other party controlling the legislative at the state level, which obviously creates unique circumstances, much like it does in our federal government, with the ability of a legislative body to accomplish an agenda to where there could be a veto by the governor. Other times, right, we see that states tend to be almost in line between one party controlling both houses, and therefore you see these states that are not as purple but more of either red or blue. And as a result, we see even a whole state becoming polarized from its neighbors. And so, what we know is that no matter what, the political polarization and which party is in control of the executive or the legislative in a state, that governors, in comparison to the president, tends to be more productive, right? They are more connected to that day to day, focusing on education and other social programs, to trade for the state, to economic growth, whatever that may be. Just due to the nature and the scale, governors can be more productive in accomplishing agenda, no matter what political party it is. And so again, you've got reading out of chapter 8, discussion 5, and quiz 5. As always, let me know if you have any questions.